Welcome back, welcome back. Math is easy, step by step. And so continuing on this part 32 video, I'm going to discuss and talk about multiplying fractions. I'll also get into dividing fractions as well. I'll talk about reducing fractions in a review, also cross-canceling or cross-reducing fractions, and some tricks that you can use when you are dividing fractions. So let's just get right on in here to it and do it. We have 1/3 times 2/4. So the rule is when you multiply fractions, you multiply top to top, that's numerator to numerator, and then denominator to denominator, that's 3 to 4. Those are the bottom numbers. All right, so I want to show you the rule here. Multiplying fractions, you multiply top to top, then you multiply bottom to bottom when you're multiplying your fractions. Okay, I want to show you that here. 1 times 2, we're multiplying top to top. 3 times 4, we're multiplying bottom to bottom. Then, if it's possible, you want to reduce your fraction. Now, it's always best to reduce your fractions before you multiply. And so you can do that through reducing the fraction itself, or through cross-canceling or cross-reducing. I'm going to show that to you in just a moment. Okay, so 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times 4 is 12. So we have 2 12ths. Now, I have an even number on top. I have an even number on bottom. Most likely, I can divide at least the smallest even number into top and bottom in order to reduce this fraction. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Now, 2 is the smallest even number. And since we have two even numbers, the smallest even number should divide into both of those, leaving me no remainder after dividing. And you see here, 2 divided by 2 is 1. Why? Because 2 times 1 equals 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Why? Because 2 times 6 would give me 12. So we have our reduced fraction, 2 12ths, is reduced down to 1/6. All right, let's take a look at another example of multiplying fractions. I have 5/6 times 3/15. Now, is there a number I can divide other than 1 into 5 and 6? I want to reduce the fractions before I multiply, right? So I'm looking at a number other than 1 that can be divided into 5 and be divided into 6 evenly. And there are no other numbers other than 1. Is there a number I can divide into 3 and 15, that same number, into 15 evenly without a remainder? Well, I could divide 3 into 3, and 3 will also be divided evenly into 15. But I want to show you something else that you could do in this type of situation. Okay, so what you could do is you can do something called cross-canceling or cross-reducing, right? Is there a number I can divide into 6 and 3 evenly without a remainder? Is there a number I can divide into 5 and 15 evenly without a remainder? Absolutely. If you said 3 can be divided by 3 and 6 can be divided by 3, we can cross-reduce these two values. And if you said 5 can be divided by 5 evenly and 15 can also be divided by 5 evenly, then we can cross-reduce or cross-cancel these values. Hey, what's 5 divided by 5? What's 6 divided by 3? What's 3 divided by 3? What's 15 divided by 5? Okay, so you can see here, 5 divided by 5 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Times. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. And so we have our reduced fractions. Most likely when you do cross-cancel, cross-reduce, your final answer after you multiply will not need to be reduced. But there's always the exception to the rule. So now we have our reduced fraction. The rule is when you multiply top to top and bottom to bottom, right? What's 1 times 1? What's 2 times 3? All right. If you said 1 over 6. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 3 is 6. 1/6. Then you're absolutely correct. Can I reduce this fraction? Is there a number other than 1 I can divide into top and bottom? No. So this is going to be my final answer, 1/6. Okay, here's another example, multiplying fractions. Again, we multiply top to top, bottom to bottom. You want to try to reduce your fractions. And so I want you to see what happens when you cannot cross multiply or cross cancel. Excuse me. Cross cancel. Cross canceling, right? There's no number other than 1 that will be divided into 4 or 5. There's no number other than 1 that can be divided into 2 or 15. However, there's something that you can do to reduce those two fractions. Okay, so if you cannot cross cancel, cross reduce, try to reduce each fraction before you multiply top to top and bottom to bottom. So you can see here we have 2/4. 2 is an even number, 4 is an even number. Even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, on you go. So the smallest even number is 2. I can divide 2 into top and bottom because those are both even numbers. All right, 5 and 15. Other than 1, because 5 divided by 1 is still 5. 15 divided by 1 is still 15. You're not reducing anything. So these 5 and 15 are both odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. Those are all odd numbers. So not 1, I can't use 1, I can't use 3 because it won't divide evenly. Hey, but I can use 5, right? These are both, again, odd numbers, so I can divide odd number into top and bottom. 5 divides evenly into top and bottom. So what is 2 divided by 2? 4 divided by 2 times. What's 5 divided by 5? What's 15 divided by 5? All right, if you said 1/2 times 1/3, you're absolutely correct, right? 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Times. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Now we multiply top to top and bottom to bottom. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 3 is 6. Our final answer is 1/6. It's already reduced. Now don't worry if you don't understand reducing, or it's a new skill, you're still practicing it, cross-reducing or reducing your fractions. If you didn't reduce your fractions in these earlier stages or cross-canceled, then you would reduce your answer in your final answer. Okay, watch my videos in these fraction series on how to reduce fractions. Now these videos are designed for you to start with part 1, watch part 2, part 3, part 4, all the way through. And if you do that, you're going to have a pretty good understanding of fractions. If not, if you're bouncing around watching part 2 and then part 7, part 12, you're going to maybe struggle a little bit. So please watch these videos from part 1 all the way through until the end, the last part, and you'll have a pretty darn good understanding of fractions. Math is easy. Take it step by step. Stick around for part 33 video. Got a lot more fractions to do. Thank you for joining me. If I've helped you, please help me to help others. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Thank you for your time.